Which planet is your seventh lord? The lord of the seventh house. Definitely you have a zodiac sign in your seventh house. Say if you have the sign of Gemini, then the lord of your seventh house is Mercury. Okay? Find out in which nakshatra Mercury is placed, because Mercury is your seventh lord. Say if Mercury is in a certain nakshatra, say Mercury is in Ardra nakshatra. Okay? Ardra nakshatra is ruled by planet Rahu. Then Rahu will be the Nakshatra Lord of your seventh lord. Alright? So find out where Rahu is placed in the chart and in which zodiac sign. In today's video, I will talk about the zodiac sign in which Rahu is going to be placed in this case. That means in your case, seventh lord may be any planet depending on the zodiac sign. The nakshatra in which the seventh lord is placed, the lord of that nakshatra is which planet and it is in which zodiac sign. From Aries to Pisces, if seventh lord, if the nakshatra lord of seventh lord is placed in a certain zodiac sign, what results you're going to get regarding your partner or spouse or marriage or partnership or relationship. All that I'm going to discuss in today's video. It's going to be very interesting. So before I move on to the discussion, let's have a look at the sample chart. Alright, so friends, this is a sample chart. This is the chart of a Leo native, Leo ascendant native. You can see. This is the first house. The house right opposite to the first house is called the seventh house. So this house is the seventh house. We have to see which planet is the seventh lord. So for that you have to look at the zodiac sign which is there in the seventh house. So in the case of this particular native, in the seventh house, you have the sign of Aquarius. So the lord of the seventh house is Saturn. Where is Saturn placed? It is here in the fourth house. So Saturn is the lord of the seventh house. So it is the seventh lord. You have to find out in which nakshatra Saturn is placed. So in the case of this native, Saturn is in Scorpio. So here in this native's case, Saturn is in Jyeshta nakshatra. In Jyeshta nakshatra, which is ruled by Mercury. Okay? So nakshatra lord of Saturn is Mercury. So you need to find out where Mercury is placed in the horoscope. So here in this native's case, Mercury is in the second house and Mercury is in the sign of Virgo. So this is what the video is all about. I'm going to talk about the seventh lord. So in this case, the seventh lord is Saturn. Alright, the nakshatra lord of the seventh lord. That means the nakshatra lord of Saturn. Saturn is placed in which nakshatra? Jyeshta nakshatra. And Jyeshta nakshatra is ruled by Mercury. So nakshatra lord of Saturn is Mercury. That means the nakshatra lord of the seventh lord in the case of this native is Mercury. Alright? So you have to find out Mercury is in which zodiac sign. From Aries to Pisces, it is in which zodiac sign. So in the case of this native, Mercury is in Virgo. So this video is all about that. Now in the case of this particular native, since the seventh house, in the seventh house you have the sign of Aquarius, so we can say that the lord of the seventh house is Saturn. But you can also look at Rahu and Uranus, because Rahu and Uranus, they are also believed to rule Aquarius and to be connected with Aquarius and to rule Aquarius. Rahu, the north node of the moon, and Uranus, the outer planet, they are also believed to rule the sign of Aquarius. So you can also consider, for the case of this native, Rahu and Uranus to be, in a way, the lord of the seventh house. Somehow they also have lordship of the seventh house, or because they are also intimately connected. So you can also look at the nakshatra in which Rahu is placed and nakshatra lord of Rahu. You can also look at the nakshatra lord of Uranus. Now again friends, suppose in this 7th house, if you would have the sign of Scorpio, alright, then it would be a Taurus ascendant. And here if you would have number 8 is the number of Scorpio. If Scorpio is the lord of the 7th house, then Scorpio is ruled by the planet Mars. Okay, but Scorpio, if there would be 8 in the 7th house, number 8, then Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Mars would have been the 7th lord, but Scorpio is also believed to be co-ruled by Pluto. Scorpio is believed to be co-ruled by Pluto and even Ketu, the south node of the moon. Also, there is another zodiac sign which is Pisces. Say in the 7th house, if you would have the sign of Pisces, then Pisces is believed to be ruled by Jupiter. It is also believed to be co-ruled by Neptune. So in the case of this particular native, in the 7th house, we have Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. It is also believed to be ruled by Rahu and Uranus by many astrologers. Okay, and definitely Rahu and Uranus, they also should be associated with the sign of Aquarius, just as Saturn is considered to be the lord of Aquarius. Alright, friends, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And also, what will happen if the 7th lord or the Nakshatra Lord of 7th lord is retrograde? It's a retrograde planet. Then definitely you may see that your partner has a tendency to, introspect. At times they may, be indecisive. They may review their actions or thoughts a lot. At times this may happen. So they may tend to, review their past actions or experiences, and they may at times be indecisive, and means they may be very, they may at times be lost in deep thinking, that they may go into introspection and review everything carefully, and then they may take action. So this may be the case if the planet is retrograde. Alright, and also one more thing we can say, that at times they may face certain setbacks in life, and they may face certain obstacles moving forward, and then they may have to kind of make a pause, review everything, and then move forward. So this may happen if the planet is retrograde. Now if 7th lord or if the Nakshatra Lord of 7th lord is a planet which is combust, then the results will be with the planet Sun. Then look at Sun, how Sun is placed in the horoscope. If Sun is well placed, you will get good results. Otherwise, do the remedies for Sun. Look after your father. That's the best remedy. Then again, if the 7th lord or the Nakshatra Lord of 7th lord is debilitated, then what will happen? The results which I'll be discussing, very soon, those positive results you may not experience to a great extent. There'll be some to a certain extent you will see that the results may not be that positive if the planet is debilitated, because when a planet gets debilitated, generally it becomes a little weak, unless its dispositor is very strongly placed. If its dispositor is very well placed, then definitely the situation can be managed. So now let's move on to the discussion. If the Nakshatra Lord of 7th lord in your horoscope, is in the sign of Aries, what will happen? Then definitely your partner can be somebody who's energetic. Aries is ruled by Mars. Find out how Mars is placed. They can be energetic, they can be active, full of life, energy, vitality. If Mars is more or less well placed, they will have a lot of desire to take initiative, to do things in life. They can be creative, they can be knowledgeable, and they can also be seeker of knowledge. Also, if your Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is Aries, then they can be creative, they can also be loyal and faithful to you. Because Aries is part of the Dharma trine. Aries is a fire sign. So a lot of passion, passionate energy. So passionate energy, passionate connection in the relationship is very important. And Aries is movable fire. So they are always looking for positive change in life. So this relationship, no, it should always, should remain interesting. In order to keep it interesting, exciting and happening, maybe you can travel with your partner, you can do new things, you can start new things with your partner maybe, and keep that passion, no, that passion should be alive, that romantic passion, even that physical desire for each other, that also should remain alive. I mean, that physical connection, sexual connection is also important when it is Aries. Okay, because Aries is about physicality also, that is there in the relationship with your partner. So yeah, so if you keep that passionate connection alive, the relationship can be successful. So your partner may at times be impulsive also. They may act impulsively even without thinking. They can be somebody who believes in action, and so at times they may make decisions hastily, and they may be impulsive, they can be restless also. So all these qualities. Okay, so they will believe in sensuality. Yes, so all these things we can say. But nevertheless, if Mars is more or less well placed, they will believe in being faithful to you. They will believe in duty. They will have a sense of duty towards you. If they are disciplined, structured in life, goal oriented, then they will do very well in life. They must have a desire actually to achieve their identity in life, and for that they need to just be structured, disciplined, and do the needful. So if they are really structured, disciplined, if they take initiative, okay, then definitely they will become successful in life. So all these things we can say. If you have the 7th Lord, the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord in the sign of Aries, it could be any planet in your horoscope. Now let's move on to what will happen if the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is Taurus. First of all, Taurus is fixed sign. Okay, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. Find out how Venus is placed in your chart. If it is more or less well placed, you will get good results. And Taurus, you have to find out that Taurus is fixed, and it is a sign which is, okay, earth sign. The element is earth. Okay, and it is part of the earth trine, the trine of hard work, the trine of efforts, the trine of goals, being goal oriented, practical, hard working. So all these qualities your partner may have. Very practical, very grounded, very calculating, analytical also. They can be intuitive also. They can be very analytical, very sensual, sensual connection also. Because Taurus is also the sign of sensuality and sensual pleasures. The sensual pleasures, they're looking for that also in the relationship. Basically, they want, they are seeking comfort and pleasure also, okay, in your presence. So that's true, because after all, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Okay, so maybe traveling to different places with your partner, beautiful places, beautiful hotels, resorts, and going to beautiful places, restaurants where very good food is served, and all that will keep your relationship healthy. Okay, so yeah, and definitely your partner can be successful in life if they are hardworking, goal oriented, methodical, and definitely structured, analytical. They will do very well. They will basically be people who are practical. They believe in results, because after all, it's Taurus and it's fixed earth. Okay, so yeah, so all these qualities you may find in your partner. Your partner is looking for serious commitment in the relationship. They want stability, they want serious commitment, okay, in the relationship. They're not looking for any casual relationship. They believe in, serious relationship. Even you do that, because it's your 7th lord, the Nakshatra Lord of your 7th lord. So you're also going to attract a partner who believes in commitment in this life. So all that will happen if Venus is more or less well placed. Now let's move on to what will happen when your Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Gemini. Gemini is air sign, and it is dual or mutable air. So a duality can be there in your partner's personality, a sense of duality. They can be very diplomatic, very good at business. They can have business acumen. At times you may feel that it's so difficult to understand my partner. I don't know their true nature. Okay? Mostly if Mercury is more or less well placed, they'll be full of life. They'll be very, at times, talkative. They'll be childlike. They'll have childlike innocence, inquisitiveness, and they will want to explore things. Okay, they'll be very skillful. They can be very skillful at doing various things, various kinds of artistic and creative skills. Also, they can have a lot of hobbies, interests. They can love traveling, and sometimes again you will find them very seriously chasing their goals. They can become very serious also at times. So there's a duality in their personality. Okay, because it's Gemini after all. But they are very diplomatic. They know, they can at times be very manipulative also, but very intelligent. It's air sign, ruled by Mercury, air sign. So very intelligent people. You can have good, intellectual discussions with them, and discussion on various intellectual topics. So it is their intellect which can attract you, actually. Their intellect, their communication skills, or the very fact that they're so skillful, intelligent, they're so open to learning things, grasping things. So they're so intelligent, so smart. So that will attract you, actually. So yeah, they can be very friendly. This relationship will work very well if it is based on healthy communication and friendship. So that's very important. You will also basically attract somebody into your life who's like a friend to you, and your partner also is basically looking for a relationship which is based on friendship. Okay, so this relationship will work if you do fun things with each other, maybe role playing while love making also. And because Gemini is connected to mimicry, role playing, to sense of humor, laughter, to traveling, short distance travels, all kinds of travels actually with the partner. So all that will make your relationship beautiful. It will keep it exciting, interesting, playing games with your partner and everything. All right, so it's like going back to childhood and being having fun with each other, and it's like just being friends with each other. So that sort of chemistry will definitely make this relationship work. All right. Nevertheless, your person can be somebody who's very intelligent, and they will be able to adjust according to different, very adaptability. They know how to adjust according to various circumstances. Okay, so yeah, so that duality is also there. Diplomacy, manipulative also they can be. So all these qualities they can have. So yeah, if Mercury is more or less well placed, you will enjoy their company, and it's going to be a great friendly connection with your partner. So all these things. You may even get attracted to, especially in those cultures and religions or religious communities where sibling marriages are allowed, where sibling means cousins, marriage to cousins, that is allowed in various certain religious communities across the world. So in those communities, if you belong to any of those communities, then definitely you may attract a life partner who's your cousin. That's also possible. All right. Or Mercury and Gemini is also connected to your social network, friend circle. So they can belong to your friend circle also. That's also possible. And so all these things. And if you are in a community where this sort of relationship is forbidden, like romantic relationship or marital relationship with cousins is forbidden in certain cultures and communities and religions. So then you can have a sort of incestuous relationship also, because seventh lord, Nakshatra Lord, seventh lord is the lord of the house of relationship, whether marital, whether non-marital. So yeah, all that. Now let's move on to what will happen when the Nakshatra Lord of seventh lord will be in the sign of Cancer. Cancer is water sign. It is also movable water, change, flux. So the relationship can be a little unstable. Okay, it'll have ups and downs, because you know about the waxing and waning phases of moon. Moon is a planet which is never constant. It's so mobile. Okay, it is always in a state of flux. So that, okay, all that will characterize your relationship, because the Nakshatra Lord of seventh lord is moon. The Nakshatra Lord of seventh lord is in the sign of Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by moon. So all these qualities of moon will be there now in the partner also. They can have mood swings. At times they will emotionally connect with you. At times they won't connect. You will feel, they are emotionally estranged from you. All that you can have in the relationship. So, but then intuitive connection is very important in the relationship. Okay, Cancer is also part of the moksha trine. That means sacrifice is required in the relationship. Intuitively understanding each other's needs. Okay, what can make your partner happy, you should intuitively know that, and even your partner should know that. So this relationship now will work when you're ready to sacrifice your joy, your happiness, your comfort and pleasure for the sake of your partner. You do that, your partner will also reciprocate. So that sort of intuitive connection, relationship based on unconditional love, selfless love, that is very much required in the relationship if Nakshatra Lord of seventh lord is in the sign of Cancer. Alright, traveling with the partner, that can be a very good idea. Your partner can be somebody who's very intuitive. They can be very creative also. They can have creativity. They can have great powers of intuition. They may be able to see through things. Okay, that's possible. And they may have deep insights into things, into reality. That's possible. Okay, so yeah, so your partner, because they are so intuitive, they're so creative, they can do very well in any field of profession which is connected to creativity or intuition. It's possible. All right, so yeah, and even any profession which is connected to nurturing, and which is connected to taking care of others, like nursing, hospitality, healthcare industry, human resource industry. So all that is very good. Or even healing, occult, psychology. All right, so yeah, and your partner, again, this is Cancer after all, so we can say that your partner can also be somebody who's very caring. Nakshatra Lord of seventh lord is in Cancer. Again, if moon is more or less well placed, they can be very caring, very loving. They can shower motherly affection upon you. That's possible. Okay, you can also definitely be treated with love and affection, but this relationship itself wants that you should actually treat each other with a lot of love, selfless love, and you should nourish each other in the relationship. So nourishment, giving nourishment to each other, very important. Now let's move on to what will happen when the seventh Nakshatra Lord of seventh lord is in the sign of Leo. Leo is fire sign ruled by Sun, and it is fixed fire. Your person may have certain fixed principles, moral principles. They will stick to them. If Sun is more or less well placed, then yes, they will never compromise on their morality, and they will stick to them rigidly. So much so that at times you may feel that they're a little egoistic, and there could be at times ego clashes in the relationship. After all, it's Sun. But if Sun is more or less well placed, you will see that they will be dutiful towards you, because after all, this is Leo is, part of the trine of dharma. So that is a trine of duty. So they'll be dutiful, loyal, faithful to you. All right. They will also believe in knowledge. They'll be great knowledge seekers. They can be very creative also. All right, very creative. And they can be into the entertainment industry. They can have any sort of skills, Leo, no, after all. So your partner can be very skillful, very friendly attitude towards you. This relationship also should be based on friendliness, should be based on friendship. Then this relationship will work. Your partner may at times be playful, and this relationship should be based on selfless love again, because Leo is a sign of pure love and romance. So it is this romantic connection which should always remain alive in this relationship. So this deep rooted romantic connection with should be always be there. Love and romance should always bind you together, traveling together to different places, doing fun things with each other, because Leo is also the sign of being playful, the sign of being creative, friendly. So all that will keep your relationship alive and healthy and beautiful. Okay, so over time you will realize, if Sun is more or less well placed in your chart, your Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Leo, that your partner is again somebody who is generous also. Generous, forgiving. They think of others. They're not selfish also. But yes, they will stick to what they believe in, their moral principles or their values. They will stick to them and they won't compromise on them. For them, this identity is very important. They will love you, but they will always, safeguard their identity. Means for them, establishing their identity in the world is important for them. Okay, they want to, their self-worth, their self-dependence is very important. They can be courageous also, definitely, and they want to establish their identity in the world, and they want you to respect that, that goal or aim which they have. So you need to respect that also, and they want mutual respect. I mean, this relationship should be based on mutual respect, and your partner wants you to treat them with respect. That's very important, because their sense of self-esteem is very important for them. Okay, self-respect, and they're very independent. At times they will want their own space and independence also, but they can be very loyal, very faithful to you, definitely. Okay, if there is lack of mutual respect in the relationship, then there can be ego clashes in the relationship. So please be careful regarding that. All right, so ultimately it's Leo. So doing creative things, doing fun things with each other, being playful and friendly with each other, all that will make your relationship successful. Now let's move on to what will happen when the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Virgo is part of the Earth trine, the trine of hard work, efforts, materialistic pursuits. So you may at times feel that your partner is very materialistic. They're always chasing their material goals. They're very grounded, very practical. They can be perfectionists. They can also have an attitude of serving others. Okay, that's all that is possible. All right, very analytical. They can be deep thinkers, very analytical, and they can eventually move into social service. They can be into the healthcare industry, into healing, into medicines. Now, any profession which is the profession of law, for that matter, any profession which is connected with analysis of things, deep analysis, research, because it's Virgo. But Virgo is also the sign of conflicts. So at times there can be conflicts in the relationship, arguments there can be, which can make the relationship bitter. So be careful. It's always better to avoid arguments in the relationship and do routine things. Never take each other for granted. Do routine things for each other. Maybe on every weekend, in the weekend, both of you go on a date. or you have a dinner date, or even at home, you kind of want to have a candlelight dinner with each other. Every weekend you do that, maybe something on a routine basis, even love making on a routine basis. So all that will improve your relationship. And also, seventh lord, Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord in Virgo. Virgo is earth sign, earth, no? So very practical, very grounded, goal-oriented, materialistic. That's your partner's nature. Okay? You too have relationship goals. Because your 7th Lord is, after all, no? The Nakshatra Lord of your 7th Lord is in Virgo. So you will also have relationship goals. You will also be very calculating when it comes to choosing a partner. Maybe you will set long-term goals in your relationship. That's also possible. All kinds of goals you may set with your partner. That's also possible. If your partner is connected to your workplace, it's very good. Also, Virgo is mutable. Earth sign, but it's dual earth, dual or mutable sign. That means Virgo is a sign of duality. Your partner may, have a dual personality. Mostly they'll be very grounded, hardworking, very practical. At times they'll be lost in their own world of imagination. They may want isolation at times. So that duality. And they may be lost in a different world, which is, kind of detached from the matter-of-fact world of everyday life. So at times they may want that space for themselves, wherein they are lost in their own world. So that duality. But more or less, they'll be very practical, very grounded, very hardworking also. So all these things we can say when Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Virgo. Now let's move on to what will happen when Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in the sign of Libra. Alright, Libra is the sign of relationship, partnership, even marriage and partner. So definitely this is a dream partnership. If Venus, Libra is ruled by Venus, so find out how Venus is placed in your horoscope. If Venus is more or less well placed, you'll get wonderful results. If your 7th Lord, Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Libra. That means, Libra is, the sign of change also, because it's movable. And Libra is a cardinal sign of change. It's movable and it's air sign. Alright? So your partner can be somebody who's intelligent. Definitely intelligent. They can have great business acumen. They can be good at business, good at trading. They may belong to a foreign land. In the course of foreign travel, maybe you met your partner. Possible. Okay? Or traveling to a foreign land with your partner. That can improve your relationship. Alright? What else? Also, we can say that your partner will believe in healthy give and take in the relationship. Even you will believe in that. That relationship should be based on healthy give and take. If I am making efforts in the relationship, my partner should also make efforts in some way. They should also reciprocate in some way. Because no relationship can survive if it remains one-sided. It has to be both-sided. So that's what you believe. Even you believe that. Your partner also can be somebody who believes in balance and harmony in life. They will have a balanced sense of judgment also. Because Libra is also the sign in which Saturn exalts. Saturn is the planet of justice. So, and Libra is the symbol of justice only. Balance, justice, harmony. So relationship should be very, based on balance and harmony. Okay? What does that balance and harmony mean? That means both of you will come together, you'll team up, and you'll do all kinds of things together. The kind of partnership that you're going to have, it's going to be great, unique. Alright? Yes, all that. But again, balance. So it's also important for both the parties to have their own space also at times. Maintaining your identity and teaming up together also whenever required. But at the same time, maintaining your own individual identity also. Okay? So that balance is required. So giving each other space when required and coming together when required, when you're, planning to do something together. So that is Libra actually. So that balance is very much needed. So yeah, so all these things. Your partner can be into the profession of law. They can be a liaison person. Liaison person is somebody who brings two separate organizations or parties together and they arrange meetings, So liaison, they can be into law, they can be into any sort of business, they can be into counseling for that matter, any sort of independent counseling also, or partnership business also. So all that. Yes. So yeah. So all that we can say. And having intellectual discussions also with the partner. Libra is part of the Kama Trikona, the trine of desires. So in this relationship, you will also, when it comes to relationship, you will have great desires, expectations also, because Libra is part of the trine of desires, Kama Trikona. It's part of that. So you have great expectations that I and my partner both of us will be a wonderful, team. So there'll be great partnership between the two of us. We'll plan everything well and we'll, do things so beautifully together. So yeah, and that having a lot of expectations from that relationship. There'll be healthy give and take. There'll be great sexual connection. So all their expectations. Similarly, your partner also can have a lot of expectations from this relationship. And physical attraction is again physical connection and sexual compatibility. That is very important in the relationship. If Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Libra. Okay. Now let's move on to what will happen when Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord will be in the sign of Scorpio. Alright. Scorpio is water sign ruled by Mars. Find out how Mars is placed in your horoscope. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. If Mars is more or less well placed, you will get wonderful results. Okay. Or else do remedies for Mars. Now Scorpio is water sign and it is fixed water and it is part of the moksha trine of moksha. That means in this relationship, sacrifice is required, sacrificing your own happiness for the sake of the other. This attitude should be there. You should have this attitude and your partner will also reciprocate. They also will be ready eventually to sacrifice their own comfort and pleasure maybe to make you happy. Because this relationship, because Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Scorpio, this relationship actually demands intense, passionate connection at one level. At another level, it demands sacrifice also. When you're ready to let go of the other person's, shortcomings or mistakes, when you ignore that, you're ready to let go and you're ready to kind of forgive them also, and you're ready to do something to make them happy. And that is when the relationship is based upon selfless love, unconditional love. An intense, passionate connection is very important. Okay, great sexual connection is important in this relationship. Okay, that is Scorpio. If Mars is not so well placed in the chart, then what will happen? The relationship will undergo a lot of ups and downs, problems, quarrels, arguments, conflicts. There can be distance between the two of you. But you will have to overcome these obstacles. And Scorpio wants transformation. Okay? It demands transformation. So maybe initially if you face obstacles also, these obstacles will transform you as an individual so that you can connect with your partner better. Okay? Yes. So all these things. And yeah. So fixed, this is fixed water. So strong commitment to each other and loyalty is also required to make this relationship successful. There can be great sexual compatibility and eventually you will realize that there'll be a deep spiritual bond also will develop between the two of you and it can deepen with time. But if this relationship if Mars is getting afflicted in the chart, and if there are lots of arguments, conflicts, then what will happen? Then again, the two people, they may drift apart. There can even be separation. There has to be great understanding. Both of you should intuitively understand each other. Okay? That's very important. Intuitively connecting with each other. Having compassion is very important. And, as I said, sacrificing your happiness for the sake of the other. So all that is very important if it is in Scorpio. So yeah, all these things. And your partner can be somebody who's very intuitive, very creative. It's possible. They can be into occult, healing, psychology. They can be into research, investigation, into science and technology, into law, into medical science, surgery, chartered accountancy, intelligence department, insurance, trading. So your person's profession may be connected to any of these fields, or various fields which are connected to Scorpio and 8th house. So their profession can be connected to all of that. Any sort of in-depth research, investigation in any field will be good for your partner. If your partner is creative, intuitive also, they will do very well in life. So, as I said, they can be into healing, occult, and so on. Psychology. Now let's move on to what will happen when the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in the sign of Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius is fire sign, and it is mutable fire, dual fire. So you will find that there is a certain duality in your partner. Okay, it's so difficult to understand what they actually want from life. So you may feel that, I have been with this person for quite some time now, but I hardly know them, because there's a duality in their personality. Mostly they can be optimistic, seriously chasing goals, very goal oriented, and very serious about things, about life, about relationship, about goals and all. But at times they can be lost in their own world of exploration. At times they may just want to relax, they may want to travel, they may want to explore the world. Sagittarius also, definitely, because Sagittarius also involves a lot of travel, exploration, yes. But Sagittarius is a sign which is connected to duty, morality, moral principles, being faithful, being loyal. So it's a sign of seriousness and serious commitment. Being very structured, disciplined, methodical. Okay? But the duality, where the duality comes in, at times your person, they will want to, take a break. Take a break from everything and just have fun maybe. Just have fun maybe with you, with their friends maybe. So at times they will just want to relax also. So that sort of duality, definitely. And they will definitely, your partner can be somebody who also, they may have various other skills, hobbies and interests also, which they may want to explore. That also. Okay? So whenever it's possible, they will explore those hobbies and interests also. So a certain duality. Also, Sagittarius is part of the Dharma trine. So they will believe in Dharma, they will believe in duty, they'll believe in morality, as I told you, faithful, they'll be dutiful and loyal to you. And they will expect loyalty from you. You also want loyalty in the relationship. Definitely you want to attract a partner who will be loyal to you, who will be disciplined, who will be structured, who will be optimistic, who will be knowledgeable. You want such a partner. And if Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, if Jupiter is more or less well placed, your partner can be knowledgeable. They can be knowledge seekers. They can be into counseling. They can be a great consultant. They can give advice, suggestions to people. They can be into teaching. They can be a professor. They can be a religious priest. They can be a spiritual guide. So that is Sagittarius. They can be into independent counseling. So after you are in a relationship with your person, you may travel to different places. You may travel to foreign places. It's possible. You may meet your person in a foreign land. That is also possible. Your person may belong to a foreign culture. That is also possible. So all these things we can say, yeah, if your Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Sagittarius. Now let's move on to what will happen when Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord will be in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is earth sign and it is cardinal earth, that is movable earth. So Capricorn people, on the one hand, they are very grounded, practical, but they are open to change. Okay? So that is a very strange quality of Capricorn. Very analytical. Very analytical. So all these qualities your person may have. Depends on how Saturn is placed. Saturn is more or less well placed, you will get wonderful results. Very analytical, very methodical, materialistic, very goal oriented, great planners, organizers, great managerial skills, organizational skills. They can be in big organizations. They can be in administration. Okay? If somehow, the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in the sign of Capricorn, and if that planet somehow has some connection with Rahu, they can do very well even in politics. They can be into administration. They can be into even engineering, because Capricorn is the sign in which Mars exalts. They can be into engineering. They can be into technology. Whatever be their field of work, they'll be methodical, they'll be analytical, because Capricorn, is that sea goat. Look at the symbol of Capricorn. It can navigate between the world of water and the world of earth. I mean, land and water. It can navigate. So, water and earth, both, water and land. So, that means they can tap into their intuition so well in order to get results. So they will intuitively make decisions, make plans, make schemes, so that finally they get material results. So they're very analytical people, very intelligent, very analytical. So, yeah, and very grounded at the same time. Responsibility, they believe in responsibility. They believe in justice. They believe in structure. That is Capricorn. Okay? So this relationship will work definitely if it is based on responsibility. If Saturn is well placed in your chart, then definitely your partner will be somebody who's very responsible. They'll be responsible towards you. They'll be a provider in the relationship. At times you may feel that they have a tendency to control you, dominate you. You may feel that. Okay, it's possible. But again, you also want a partner in this life. You want to attract a partner who is well established in life. Somebody, who is in a position of power, or somebody who's hardworking, structured, methodical. You also want such a person in your life actually. Yes, because the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Capricorn. Alright? So yeah, your person may be connected even to your own workplace. So if that is the case, then it's very good. Alright? So yeah. So all these things we can say about Capricorn. Now let's move on to what will happen when the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord, when it's going to be in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is air sign, again ruled by Saturn. But Aquarius is also ruled by Uranus and Rahu, which is the north node of the moon. So find out how Saturn is placed, Rahu is placed, and also find out how Uranus is placed. Okay? Because Aquarius is connected with all these planets. Now Aquarius, that means it is air sign. It is air sign, and it is what kind of air? Aquarius is fixed air. Okay? So they will have, if more or less Saturn, Rahu or Uranus, if they are more or less well placed, your partner will be exceptionally intelligent. And they will have certain goals, ambition, very ambitious. And if these planets which are connected to Aquarius, if they are more or less well placed, then they will set strange goals and targets, but they will end up achieving those targets. Because they will chase those targets with a sense of fixed determination. Fixed air, Aquarius. So fixed determination. They will focus on that target. Nobody can shake their focus. They'll focus like anything, and they'll end up achieving it. They can be a scientist. They can be into any field of research, investigation, occult, healing, psychology. They can be into technology. They can do very well in the field of technology, engineering, into any field of work which is connected to investigation and or which is connected with, which has some secrecy about it. So chartered accountancy, some secret investigation, secret mission, intelligence department, all that, being a detective, detection of crime. So criminal investigation department, forensic department. So like any field of work which is connected with research, investigation, and any field of work where it is required to maintain secrecy. Even your partner may eventually be associated with social welfare organizations. That's possible. And they may believe in the good of the community. They'll want to do something for the collective good. They will be fearless. They will believe in their own reasoning ability. Because Aquarius is air sign. They're super intelligent. They believe only in their own reasoning power, nothing else. They believe in their own observation. They believe in scientific reasoning. That's it. Okay? They will not believe in any dogma, principles, any tradition which is handed down to them. They will not believe in anything blindly. They will always question tradition. They will question everything, all institutions. And because they believe in their own logical reasoning. They're very intelligent, very, they have a great logical, bent of mind. So yeah, again, Aquarius is part of the trine of desires. It is part of the Kama Trikona. So your partner can be very ambitious in life. They can have a lot of desires, a lot of expectations from you also in the relationship. For that matter, you also, because your Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Aquarius, you also will have great expectations from your relationship, from the relationship with your partner. Okay, you'll have various relationship goals. You will want to do various things with your partner, travel to various places, have great connection with your partner. You will have couple goals, relationship goals, and various life goals you will set with your partner. That's also possible. Okay, so a lot of desires pertaining to relationship you will have. Sky is the limit. Even your partner can be somebody who can have relationship goals, yes, but your partner can also be somebody who's very ambitious. Very ambitious. A lot of wishes, desires. They want to chase their, desires, and they want to achieve them in this life. So yeah, all these things we can say. They can be unconventional, because though it is ruled by Saturn, but this is the rebellious side of Saturn, because it's Aquarius after all. So questioning everything, questioning all authority, okay, and believing in justice. They will believe in justice, fighting against injustice, okay, restoring a new order which is based on justice, equality, okay, standing up for the weak, unprivileged, fighting in favor of people who are, people who have been wronged, people who are weak, people who are suffering, so raising their voice against social injustice. All these qualities your partner can have. Now let's move on to what will happen when this Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord will be in the sign of Pisces. Okay, Pisces is water sign. Very beautiful water sign. Your partner also can be somebody who can be good looking, who can have dreamy eyes. They can be at times lost in their world of imagination, fantasy. It's possible. Now, Pisces. So that means your partner, first of all, Pisces is water sign. It is dual mutable water, and it's part of the moksha trine. So this relationship actually demands sacrifice on the part of the partner and also on your part. So it has to be based on mutual sacrifice, self-sacrifice. That is sacrificing your happiness for the sake of your partner. Letting go of shortcomings, letting go of small dissatisfactions, and moving on happily with your partner. That will keep you together. When you're ready to forgive each other, when you're ready to let go of all, unpleasant experiences which you had with your partner, and you're ready to make a fresh start, when you're ready to forgive each other, when you're ready to be accommodative, compassionate in the relationship, then this relationship will work. Because the Nakshatra Lord or 7th Lord is in Pisces, it demands great intuitive connection, soulful connection. It demands. Your person can be somebody who's very creative, intuitive. They can be into any field of intuition, like occult, healing. They can be into any field of creativity also. Any creative field they can be into. Or they can be into counseling, independent counseling. They can share their knowledge. They can be into psychology. They can impart their knowledge. Yes, because Pisces is after all ruled by Jupiter, and it is also co-ruled by Neptune also. Okay? So yeah. So find out how Jupiter is placed. Also find out how Neptune is placed in your chart. If they're more or less well placed, then your person can be somebody who's very knowledgeable. They have knowledge. They always look at the bigger picture. Okay? They can be very religious. They can be very spiritual. Okay? They will be forgiving. They will be compassionate. They will believe in charity. They will believe in helping others out. They can do very well in any field of research, investigation also. They'll do very well in such fields because they can go to the depth of things and analyze things. It's possible. But again, there'll be a sort of duality in their character because it is after all mutable water. So duality. Duality means mostly you will find that they are very forgiving. They are people who are at times confused also, but they are people who have wisdom. Okay, they believe in knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so and they are people who are lost in their world of imagination, and they believe in escapism also. At times they will want to escape into their own personal space, into their solitude. They will want solitude at times. And they will want to, just relax and escape from everything. So that is what they love to do. Because they love their private space where they are, secluded from the world outside. And, they just want to remain in that beautiful world which they have created for themselves. If you are understanding, if you have a deep-rooted spiritual connection with them, then they will let you in. You will also be part of their beautiful world which they have created, and that beautiful world of privacy, you will have an entry into that world if you are also kind-hearted, passionate, understanding. If you are accommodative, if you are forgiving, then they will let you in. Okay, so this relationship demands all that actually. Then only it can be healthy. Pisces is, by the way, also connected to bed pleasures, so there should be great physical compatibility also. If you're at that age, in the relationship, and both of you are at that age where, yes, you would want to explore each other even physically, then great physical compatibility is also required. Okay? And eventually, spiritual connection will develop with time, with the passage of time. This relationship will become a very strong, beautiful, spiritual bond. Yes. But if there is dissatisfaction in bed, then what will happen? The partners may drift away. They may drift apart. They may move apart from each other. That's also possible. If your partner is from a foreign land, then it's very good. If they're from some foreign culture, it's very good. If they're into trading, they can be into trading. They can be into research, investigation, occult, healing, psychology, all that. All that is very good for them. Also, your partner can be a language expert, can be into coding. They can definitely be into charity, yes, charitable activities. Also, I would say the duality. Duality means mostly, they are very imaginative, very creative. They give a lot of importance to their imagination. Okay? Their world of imagination is very beautiful actually. And they are like, people who are selfless. So that is their demeanor. That is their character actually. Because Pisces is selflessness. Okay? So they are people, you will eventually, the more you get to know them, you'll realize they're basically, if Jupiter and Neptune are more or less well placed, they're basically selfless. Okay? They are people who are full of gratitude, forgiveness, okay, kind-heartedness, compassion. At times they can be, very calculating, and that can, you may be taken aback. What happened to them? Generally, they are so large-hearted, and they are so, forgiving, so kind-hearted. At times, they can be so meticulous about small things, about, they can be so very calculating at times. So that can, give you a shock, and you may be taken aback. Okay, so that duality, because after all, Pisces is a dual sign. But generally, they will be people who are forgiving, large-hearted, who believe in seeking knowledge, imparting knowledge also. They will believe in imparting knowledge. They can be great advisors. They can be into counseling. So whenever they are into any sort of profession wherein they are required to help others out, any profession, it could be nursing, it could even be, for that matter, healthcare industry, hospitals, they're connected to Pisces. So healthcare industry, sanctuaries, sanatoriums, where people who are not well, they are kept, sanatoriums, where even mentally challenged people are there, mental asylums, hospitals. If they are connected to these places, then it's going to be very good. Even for that matter, prisons. Pisces is connected to prisons also. Why? Because in a prison, a person undergoes transformation, and Pisces is the sign of transformation. So why a person is put into prison, or a criminal is put into prison? Because so that he undergoes he learns his lesson, he undergoes transformation. So it's to teach him a lesson. And your profession may be connected to prisons, where people undergo transformation. So you are also playing a role in their transformation. You're helping them transform. In the process, you're also getting transformed as an individual. You're gaining more and more knowledge and wisdom. So profession may be connected to such places also. Okay, even as I mentioned, hospitals, etc. So all that, if your person, investments, if they are into investments, trading also, and if they make intelligent investments, all kinds of intelligent investments, maybe short term or long term, whatever investments they are making, and maybe the profession is connected to that sort of financial investments also, they can do very well in life. But basically, this relationship demands, forgiveness, a forgiving attitude, compassion for each other. Okay, letting go of each other's shortcomings. Then this relationship will flourish with time, and it will eventually develop into a great spiritual bond, a great soul connection you will eventually have with your partner, if the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is in Pisces. So friends, in today's video, I've covered what results you will get if the Nakshatra Lord of 7th Lord is placed in all 12 signs from Aries to Pisces. What results you're going to get. If you've liked the video, do give it a like and share the video, and do not forget to subscribe. If you want personal consultation, details are there in the video description. And friends, also, before I wind up, a gentle reminder, please do some charity if you can, whatever you can. It could be something small, something average, something big. If you can afford, maybe you can donate whatever you can. So do some charity for the unprivileged, people who are in old age homes. Donate vegetarian food. That's better. Instead of money, you can donate food to old age homes and orphanages. Why I don't ask you to donate money? Because you don't know, because they might use that money for any purpose. You never know. So it's when you donate food, it's better. You never know, they might buy non-veg food with that money. So better to donate food. I always suggest that. And also be kind to all animals, birds and creatures. Okay, and try to be a vegetarian. See you friends next time. Take care. Thank you.